Alright, the first animation we're looking at today has to be the new Tech Dragon Ball Super Gogeta coming out. I actually am baffled and a loss of words for how bad these animations are. The 18 key is pretty decent. I still think it's a little too simple for me to be considered 18 key animation, especially because this is going to be a Dokkan original animation. Gogeta did not do this in the movie. So not only is this guy very low effort, tons of reused animations, very basic, short, I don't know, just very lazy. Everything is like, we've seen this before. Like the 12 key is just him, and it's just LR STR Gogeta, or the LR Fizz Gogeta. Sorry, it might be LR Fizz Gogeta. One of the DBS Gogetas, I don't know, but I've seen this one for sure. I've seen that animation for sure, I promise you. And then the ending punch is just awkward and weird. And then again, the 18 key is an amazing Dokkan original concept. But the problem is it's so quick and simple. It's just him running up, little hands behind him, little Naruto run, that's pretty cool. Kicks him up, and then launches him down the Galagan. That's the 12 key. That should be the 12 key. That is not the 18 key. That is the 12 key. You can remove that 12 key, give him that 12 key, and now we're talking. We did not get that. We got a bunch of garbage. Onto this unit. His active skill starts off pretty solid. Again, I think there is some awkward frames in there, but I think it's a great start. And then he just shoots the most basic Kamehameha and is also a reused animation. Even the screen crack, it just doesn't, it looks very rushed. This thing looks very rushed. I don't get why they would release a DBS Gogeta. I guess they really had this desire to release all 5 of the fusions throughout the year for the 10th year of the game. That's fine if you're gonna do it, but do it right? Like, you can't have DBS Gogeta exist in the same timeline and month after that we got the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And look, I understand not everybody's going to be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'm not even asking for that. I'm just asking for him to be relatively quality. Like, look at Rose, right? Even Omega's animations are better and they're simplistic, right? But they're smooth. There's some good smooth animations on Omegas, even if it doesn't compare to some of the other ones that came out during the Uncelebration. But like, dude, the Golden Frieza animations are decent. They're still awkward, but they're decent, I guess. But dude, DBS Gogetas, oh man, I don't know, man. I think they filled a bag on him really hard. They're lucky their kit and their concept is really cool because their animations suck. Alright, next we have the LR STR Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I'm not talking about this unit as a whole, unlike Gogeta. I'm actually just looking at his active skill animation. I mean, come on. Come on, this is literally the exact same active skill as the LR Int, Vegeta, and Trunks, and all they do instead is just pan to Vegeta and pan to Trunks while they talk and make it a little better. Like, this is, I will mention this in every video that I can. This is my issue with tag units, is they get lazy. It's because they have to create, for example, let's go back to Frieza and Gogeta, they have to create at least 6 animations, right? 3 for Frieza, 3 for Gogeta, oh, and a meetup, so they have 7 animations, right? They gotta make 7 animations for one card. And think about Gogeta, for example, how many animations does he have? He has the intro, 12 key, 18 key, active. He has 4 animations versus 7. That's a pretty big difference there. And I get that, you know, the quantity of animations might cause the tanking in quality. That's fine. I get that. I really do. But we can't go around and reusing animations to try to fill the gap. And I'm okay with reused animations if they're done differently. Right, like you can reuse that frame, that's fine. But like when the entirety of the animation is already in the game minus one little punch, it's already in the game. There's no point of putting. You can just make the unit have only an 18 key. I would rather than do what they did with Vegeta and Gogeta, which is they only have an 18 key animation, right? Rather than just giving us this crap of, oh, here's a 12 key for DBS Gogeta, and it's copy and paste of something we've already seen before. It just doesn't look good, right? I don't know, man. I don't love here this the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta here. They gave us a Father Son Galagun, but with 2 different frames. That's it. It's just very lazy, man. I get they have more animations that they get, but like they signed up for that, right? They're the one who introduced the tag mechanic. We did not, right? They introduced it. Now you have more animations to do. I get that. I understand that. But you can't go so lazy on these animations because you have to do so many of them. You signed up for that workload. If you're going to give us that many animations, make them quality. But I think moving forward, I'm just going to expect a lower quality animations altogether if they're tagged, which sucks. How about another unit, though, that came out during the 10th anniversary who did not meet up to animation quality standards and is not a tag unit? Yeah, shocker, I know, but I was talking about the LR STR Super Saiyan Evolution Vegeta. Minus his intro animation, you can just scrap everything. His 18 key, copy and paste. His 12 key, copy and paste. His unit super tag just splits and bits and pieces of animations we already have in the game, just jumbled all together. Now, I will say, and I'll come to Vegeta's defense here for just a second. They may be reused, but I would rather it look like that, bits and pieces of other animations, rather than it being straight up an animation we already have, right? There's a lot of things they did, right? Like there's certain frames 100% that Vegeta has that are already in the game, but the way they did it, for example, the backflip Vegeta does for the Gallant Gun, we have that already. But the way it's done doesn't make it feel reused, right? Like it doesn't make it feel like I literally see this all the time on another card, right? It feels unique to Vegeta even though it's already in the game. 18 key, Final Flash. I've seen that on Super Saiyan Evolution Vegeta. Sure, but you've also not seen it the way that Vegeta's done it, and that one frame of him charging the Final Flash doesn't feel as bad because it's not there for that long. It's not building up the same way as the other one did it, right? It just feels a little different. And even the unit super attack, when he does it with the UI Goku, yes, again, we have a lot of those animations in the game, but it feels fresh because, you know, for example, Ultra Instinct Goku is taking animations from Tech UI. And then, so there's just like certain frames they're taking from different pieces of themselves, even though it's already in the game. It's like a rescanned, more fresh, different version of it, so it doesn't feel as egregious that way. Versus, again, Tech DBS Gogeta, the LR AGL Super Gogeta. Like, there's a ton of animations in this game that are copy and paste exactly what we already have in the game, and that's just not good. It's so lazy. And again, even though Vegeta is a little more original that way, that he's not completely copy and paste, it is still a bunch of reused animations taped together, right? At the end of the day, there's nothing new about this unit. They're just reskinning it. Alright, next we have LRSTR Zamasu with the Fusion Zamasu animation. Is it really shocking that he's on this list? Absolutely not. There is zero shocking facts about that, right? Like you can look at it and you could tell, yeah, this animation blows, right? Like it's not that the quality of it's that terrible. It's just like if you're gonna tell me, right, oh, here's our Fusion Zamasu, like Vegeta Blue got a Dokkan original, right? He got a Dokkan original. Why would you not give Rose a Dokkan original, right? You can say, well, the Holy Light Grenade's pretty cool. Yeah, but it's not a Dokkan original. It's just done in a different way. But like the Fusion Zamasu animation, like they could have cooked something there, right? They could have done something cool with him. The first extreme class Dokkan original animation, unless you want to count Gogeta, the DBS Gogeta. But yeah, that'd be the first one we would ever gotten in this game for Fusion Zamasu, and instead they just gave us the same animation, but there's a red light in his eye now. That's the only difference. Again, pretty much copy and paste exactly what the Fusion Zamasu already does. It does not feel unique at all. Again, when you're using it, you're like, I've seen this animation before. You have, because it's literally pretty much copy and paste with some taping in between and thrown onto this card. So again, I don't love tag units for that reason, just that they have this excuse of, we're going to reuse it because we were doing all this other stuff, then just don't do it. I think the tag mechanic was a big mistake this year, at least the way they're executing it. I think Gogeta and Frieza are the most unique to do it, but look at their animation quality. You cannot tell me that is worthy of a Dokkan Fest LR. Alright, next we have LR Tech Broly, but we only have one animation we're looking at here, kind of like Vegeta, kind of like, let's see here, and kind of like the Zamasu, of course. But the issue with Broly's is these transformation animation. It is very copy and paste and very similar to the Second Coming LR Tech Broly's transformation animation. And I get it, right? I mean, it is already kind of similar in the first place, but again, it's just like, I don't know, it's pretty much copy and paste with the hair coloring difference. And again, I understand that technically the Tech Broly's transformation animation was that, but like from movie 8, but they did it so high quality on the second coming Broly that it was already kind of hard to replicate, and that's going to be the problem moving forward, of course, right? Is when you're talking about reused animations and high quality animations, when Dokkan introduced high quality animations, right, they kind of put themselves in a corner a tiny bit, because it's just like now that next time they release a high quality Broly and they have to redo a transformation, they're most likely going to reuse some aspects of it. That's why Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was done so well. Is because when they did the Super Saiyan 4 fusion animation, which we've had in this game before and at a high quality level, they were able to recreate it in a different way, a different approach that felt fresh, that just created something that allowed it to not feel the exact same. Like, you could just use different angles, different shading, different colors, right? There's just certain things you can do in a transformation animation to make it feel different, even when it may not be different at all. And that is my complaint with a lot of these units, is they're not even making the effort to try to make them different. They're literally just ripping it from other units, which is just bad practice. Alright, next I have the LR STR Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Yes, a part of the tag blues as well, but just the 18 key animation. The 12 key animation is nice, even though it is a little simple. It is, you know, a new animation because it is Goku's rage moment. You know, when he's beating down Rose after telling him that he murdered his family and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I'm a little upset this Blue Goku did not have Kaioken on his card. It doesn't make much sense why you wouldn't do that, especially because this 18 key animation might as well just be ripped straight from the LR AGL Vegeta Blue card from the Blues when they do the Kamehameha and Final Flash. It is a little more well done, but again, I don't know, it just feels like a missed opportunity to put Kaioken Goku on that card. I don't get what they're saving him for. I know they're going to want to revisit Future again probably in 2 years, but it's just, why are we just redoing such a simple Kamehameha that we got 2 years ago? The whole point of this card is to give us some new stuff, fresh stuff, you know, highlight the Blues, because Vegeta Blue is clearly not the focus of that card, and they didn't deliver with Blue Goku. Blue Vegeta, of course they did. Of course the Dokkan original for Vegeta Blue is good, but I mean, the Blue Goku animations were definitely the worst of the 5, 100%, and it's just, again, it didn't leave a great taste in them. And I will say one thing before we get to our last unit, and just about all these reused animations in general. People talk about, you know, like I'm talking about, like, man, they got to stop reusing animations. There's nothing wrong with referencing them or using them. For example, I want to talk about a unit that did this well. LR Int, the Hybrids Trio card, right? Gohan's active, the trio Kamehameha, Trunks, Goten, and Gohan, right? A lot of that is similar frames to what we saw with the LR STR family Kamehameha Gohan. But what makes it different, first of all, Trunks is there, which does help, but it's just different angles, different pacing, different shots. It allows it to feel different because they're not trying to replicate the actual scene frame for frame, but they're using it as a reference for a new frame. That's what they should be doing with other stuff, with Gogeta and with, you know, Zamasu and Broly. They don't need to rip the same animation. You can give us something a little more unique so that you can feel a little more fresh. Finally, we have the LR Fizz Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's 18 key animation, which is quite literally just ripped off of the STR Super Saiyan Gohan's counter from the exchange Goku and Vegeta, or sorry, Goku and Gohan card from the Golden Week 2022. I mean, the animation's really good. You don't really see that often because the Gohan's animation is just something you get to commonly see. People are not using this card that often, so I guess it's okay. It does feel a little more fresh because, again, you did not get to see it that often in comparison to some of these other animations, but man, I mean, I don't know, like, you're telling me Gohan didn't have anything else? Like, you're telling me Gohan didn't have a single other animation that you could have done here that is not just a shoot up Kamehameha that we already have in the game? I don't know, like, there's gotta be other stuff. There's no way that's it. Like, I mean, they found some really good ways to do animations in this game back in the day. Like, for example, they could have redid the Cell Games AGL Gohan's, what was it, 12 key animation? The one where he shoots down this Ki Blast and he shoots down like Masenko. Doing that more high quality would have been way better. That, or of course, like, again, like, think about the Cell Games Gohan. Like, he did double Masenko, but like his 18 game mission was him beating him up and then shot him Masenko. Right? Like, they could have done something like that. I know Gohan didn't use Masenko that much in Super Saiyan 2, but like, there are just so many ideas and so simple ideas they could do. Like, it doesn't have to be an attack he did in the fight. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan doing Masenko would feel fresh because we don't have a single Gohan doing that in the game, right? And you could literally do the same thing, a blast coming, and then like do a different angle, and then have him shooting Masenko up instead, and it would just feel better. it just shocks me how little effort they put into this stuff. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, this is not to shoot the editors down. I understand a lot of this stuff does require, again, for the 10th anniversary, we had more units and more animations, and then tag units created more animations because they have a more need of quantity. But I'm tired of quantity. Just give me quality. I do not want 1,000 units if all of them are going to look like they came out in 2019. I want 4 units, right, that all look good. And Global Dokkan Campaign showed us that that's not the case. You can have 5 units and all be high quality. Granted, you'll need to space them out a little bit more, but you can do it, right? Which makes me wonder how in the world Golden Frieza and Gogeta had such awful animations when they gave the Hybrid Trio, also a tag unit by the way, really decent animations, right? I mean, they're not crazy, they're not revolutionary, but the way they created those animations were, I don't know, they just felt more fresh. There wasn't like, oh, I've seen that before, or oh, I've not, like, no, a lot of the stuff is like simple combos or simple key blast chains or whatever, but it looks fresh, it looks smooth, and their actor skills are well done. It just doesn't feel the same way with Gogeta and Golden Frieza, and I don't really know why. But let me know what you think in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to click the first link in the description to all my voice content videos, and the second one to all my Dokkan Battle content videos in general, and I'll see you guys in the next one.